Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. In today's show, I'll be sharing the latest astrology for the broskies as we do each and every day. And quoting Max Kaiser, I was the very first to predict Salvadoran bonds would trade at a premium back in August of 2022, and he shares the receipts. No one thought this was possible. That's right. We'll also be discussing Bitcoin traders see 54,000 price bottom or lower amid the ongoing Middle East tensions. I'll be breaking this down for you. We'll also be discussing Bitcoin ETFs see the biggest outflow in a month as the Middle East tensions surge. And speaking of Bitcoin ETFs, their cumulative inflows are now over 45 billion, the fastest growing in ETF history. We'll also be discussing stablecoins now 43% of the sub-Saharan African crypto TX volume, according to the latest report by Chainalysis. We'll also be discussing crypto analyst says Bitcoin due for a breakout after successful macro price retest. I'll be sharing his outlook and his timeline. We'll also be discussing Bitcoin to 90,000 per coin within the next 60 days if it mirrors this trend. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this plus so much more, yo, in today's show. Welcome everyone just joining the live stream. JV live and in the fresh, so fresh and so clean, right? Today we're streaming live on X, Rumble, and YouTube as we do each and every day. If you guys can repost this, always greatly appreciated. Shout out everyone in the live chat. I see we got Diana Jones, DNA Noonan, Chris, Joseph, Chandy. Good to see you. We have Nashoba. We got Moonstone. Shout out to the entire fam. Let's go.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating. I waited all day. Maybe I need a life, but Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JV.
Welcome everyone to the live stream, 1 p.m. stream here today. We got Santa Barbara representing. Shout out again, Moonstone. Good to see Eric Castro back from being unalived. Where have you been? And you guys are going to notice the feed on X. You're going to notice the stream pinned at the very top of the profile. We already got 5 hearts and 4 reposts. Anyone who reposts the stream with a comment or a quote will get reposted, shouted out, and I got your back. First and foremost, Eric the Red, thank you, brother. Just reposted ya. Appreciate the repost. Shout out RL Sweezy, keeping it sweezy. Appreciate you, brother. Shout out Boss33 like a boss. Just reposted it, brother. Shout out Satoshi Cartel. And anyone and everyone sharing the stream, spread the word. Let them know I'm going to be preaching the holy gospel of Satoshi for the next couple of hours. Lots to share. WCBJJ. What's good? Good morning, family. People sell the crypto before it's too late. The ports are closed, says Todd. The countries are not looking good. The only thing looking good is YouTubers making videos. They make lots of money on videos. You'd be surprised how little money YouTubers actually make. There's a handful of them that make a tremendous amount of money, the Mr. Beast out there. But yeah, like I barely make anything. It's like... But interesting insights there, Todd Bailey. Crypto futures hit by 450 million in long liquidations. Why do these traders keep handing biddies to the BlackRock? Good question. Larry Fink is doubling down, stacking the sats. Smart money is accumulating. Dumb money selling. You nailed it, yo. Shout out Grant Noakes. Good to have you here as well. Shout out Arkansas representing. We got Chandy 10 Music, #1 Bitcoin music channel, hands down. And again, welcome everyone just joining the stream. JV live and in the flesh. Thank you, RL Sweezy. Just reposted it. He put, oh my God, it's here. That's right. We're finally here. The crypto news. Welcome, everybody. But let's kick this baby off, shall we, without further ado. If you're new to the channel, very important to smash the likes. Go ahead and subscribe, then hit that bell icon. Turn on all notifications. That way you get notified each and every day when I go live. Today is pod episode 1775. I'm your host, JV. It's October 2nd, 2024. Let me rephrase that. It's October 2nd, 2024. Yesterday did not go up, but we still got a whole month ahead of us. So let's freaking go. I'm already calling for new all-time highs, price discovery mode this month of October, 100K, six-figure milestone, sometime Q4. Let me know if you agree, disagree with that. Let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day. We got Bitcoin down 0.8%, maintaining above 61,700 at the time of the live. We got Ether down 2%, trading under 25 hundo. We got XRP at 58 cents. We got Solana 146 bones. And we got SU and Tron barely in the red. And checking out coinmarketcap.com. The current crypto market cap sits at $2.16 trillion, so it's back on the decline. We have the Bitcoin market cap at $1.2 trillion, and checking out the volume, roughly 106 billion worth of volume past 24 hours, up 12% on the day. And checking out the Bitcoin dominance, 56.6% back on the climb, as the Ether dominance steady on the decline, all the way down to 13.7%. And checking out the Taiwan Hundo crypto gainers past 24 hours, Joe. We got Wormhole up 26%, Conflux up 9%, and SU up 7%. Below that, Mantra and the Pith Network. Let me know which alts, if any, you're bullish on for the bull. Holla at your boy. And checking out the crypto bubbles. We get a visual perspective on the day. I'd say it's like 50-50 out there overall. 50% of the market in the green, 50% in the red. Zooming out on the monthly, we'll get a broader perspective. Safe to say 90% of the market in the green and pumping. Some impressive gainers. Hex up 261%. SU up 150%. Tau up 96%. CKB up 100%. A lot of big gainers overall. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, today we're back in fear at a 42. Yesterday a 50. Last week a 59, and last month a 26. And checking out the time chain calendar as the crowd continues to go wild, cheering, "Let's go, JV!" We have 186,000 blocks until the next halving, April of 2028. We're currently on block 863,834, but who's counting? Minus the time chain calendar and us every day. Checking in with the stats. How many stats can you get? How many stats can you stack on the dollar? Today, 1,630. 630 sats per USD. So there you go, yo. And welcome again, anyone just joining the stream. We're live and in the flesh. I'm going to read as many of these comments out loud. Why do these tweeters get handed the biddy? Exactly. Stop handing your biddies to the rock. Please send a shout out to Rosamel, Fito. I got you, Carlos. Shout out Rosamel. Reginald, we keep holding strong. You know how we do. I may have been missing the live streams, but never miss the replay on the Spotify. Facts. Shout out to everyone who listens to the stream on, where everywhere podcasts can be listened. Spotify, iTunes, we do get hundreds of thousands of downloads per month. So how it works, we stream live every day on the video platforms, YouTube, X, and Rumble, and then we syndicate. We take the 2-hour live stream, we condense it to 30 minutes of just pure content, which is focused around all the news I share, and then we syndicate that to all podcasting platforms. So I appreciate your tuning in there, brother. There is no October, all down-tober. Y'all see after the elections what happens. I think everybody should start selling soon. Hopefully done. One more small pump at the end of the month, says Todd. I would definitely sell by the end of the month, says Todd. Sell for what? Don't count on what these YouTubers are saying. Trust me, I've seen them all lie and just say whatever. Wow. Okay, Todd. Thank you, YouTube influencers, for teaching me about Bitcoin. It's my future security. Respect, Shandy. I got you. Go back to gold and silver. That's what I'm doing. Well, thanks for sharing what you're investing in. At least it makes a little more sense, because I was kind of concerned when you said you were only like, sell your crypto. I'm like, what is this guy stacking dollars? What are we doing here? So I see you're a fan of gold and silver. I guess that's better than fiat, right? Just remind yourself where we come from. JV has explained the Bitcoin, no electricity thing several times. Where is Jen with the wrench? Todd needs to go bye-bye, says Grant. You guys are awesome. Todd's cool. It's all good. No worries, mods. Todd is being respectful. As long as you don't disrespect anyone, everyone's entitled to their opinions. Some people think you should sell Bitcoin. That doesn't mean they should get banned, just FYI, so it's all good. We need more contrarian views, in my opinion, because we're all long-term diamond hand Bitcoin hodlers here, so it's good to mix it up, in my opinion. Anyways, wow, we have seen a while. Relax and meditation music. It's been a minute. You got a new name, Smooth Jazz. Let's go. Welcome to the stream, broski. welcome to the stream. I'm going to check the X feed again, and then we're going to continue with the headlines. Preaching the Holy Gospel to Satoshi for the next couple of hours. Thank you, Eric the Red. Proof of work there. Chandy 10, get your Bitcoin news from the best Bitcoin pod. JV is live now and in the flesh. JV spitting the Bitcoin news. Thank you, Adam Taylor. Just reposted your back. Proof of work right there. Oh my God, it's here. You damn straight we're here. We're live and in the flesh, taking over the world. About 300 people already on the stream. Keep sharing the stream. Let people know. MicroStrategy is the second best. Well, let's see what Michael Saylor has to say about that, brother.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay, what's the second best? There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
But yeah, for the record, I took about 100x reduction in pay to be able to do this podcast every day. Some people think you're on YouTube and you just make billions of dollars from creating content. I basically dedicate myself. I do make some money from ads, but it's very insignificant. I think my ad revenue, just for the record right now, is less than $1,000 per month. Not enough to even pay rent, let alone buy food. So you guys think just because someone's on YouTube, they're making billions of dollars. You've got it all twisted, and I would encourage you to start your own YouTube channel and find out how hard it is to make a living as a content creator. You know what I mean? And I'm speaking on behalf of my own self. I can't speak on anyone else's behalf, but I virtually work 365 days a year. I stream every day for the past 6 years, minus a few exceptions where I'm unable to get on a live, whether I'm traveling or stuck in a courtroom or something like that. But yeah, I mean, just to correct the record there. Awaiting my first kid any one of these days. Just bought $800 worth. Nice. Congratulations to the kiddo, Eric. Salam family. Assalamu alaikum. Shout out Muhammad. Good to have you here. Shout out Jonathan Tatum, Todd Chandy. That is not what I'm saying now. All I'm saying is that we have no electricity in this country, is on the brink of a new world order. What are you going to do your Bitcoin with? Well, what are you going to do with your gold bars? How is a gold? How do you divide your gold? How divisible is your gold? What do you do with it? Do you have coins prepared to buy groceries? Slithers of gold? I'm curious to get your response to that one, Todd. Remember Todd and Rod on The Simpsons, Flanders' son? Bitcoin at 25,000 in play, then it will Allah candle to 150,000 to 370,000 guaranteed. I haven't researched it, but I have it. Something I'm good to go on. But JB did explain a workaround for. Yeah, that's right. It's called mesh networks. We've discussed that. Michael Saylor has discussed that. Max Kaiser has discussed that. And we've covered that many times throughout the stream. But nonetheless, let's continue with the news and the headlines. Let's break down the latest technical analysis and actually also pull up some of the live charts. Headline here reads, Bitcoin breaking 74 Gs will take time as Bitcoin structure is moving to neutral. And yeah, let's break this one down. The Bitcoin chart structure is still struggling to break into bullish territory. And a retest of 73.8 all-time high may take longer than optimists hope, according to some analysts. Quoting Willy Woo here, structure midterm is bearish, moving to neutral and trying to get bullish. All-time high will take time. So he said the short-term structure of Bitcoin signals that the next 1 to 3 weeks may be cooling off period before the next bullish attempt. I don't think we get October, sideways October, and November, December for the laser eye parties, wrote Willy Woo. And according to TradingView, the Bitcoin price was 61,200 at this time, down roughly 4% since yesterday. Bitcoin's price declined following major missile strike by Iran, reportedly targeting sites across Israel late October 1st. Israel's air defenses shot down most of the 180 incoming missiles, according to the local reports. Meanwhile, Crypto Greed and Fear Index brought us back into the fear territory with a 42. Now, crypto trader Rec Capital pointed out that while Bitcoin has dropped into the 60,000s multiple times this year, people become equally fearful on the pullback, and for a different reason every time. Bitcoin's almost 4% pullback triggered liquidations of around 128 million in long positions, according to the latest data. This comes after Bitcoin surged 25% in 21 days, hitting 66,300 September 27th before consolidating and retracing towards 60,000 in the following 4 days. Still veteran trader Peter Brandt said that the recent Bitcoin rally did not disturb the 7-month sequence of lower highs and lower lows. And only a close above 71,000 confirmed by the new all-time high will indicate that the trend from the 2022 low remains in force, according to Peter Brandt. So there you go, and quoting the high priest of Bitcoin, Max Keiser, and he got some receipts to back it up. I was the very first to predict Salvadoran bonds would trade at a premium back in August of 2022. No one thought this was possible. And you can see the tweet, August 18, 2022. El Salvador sovereign debt will soon be trading at a premium. The new volcano bonds will start a cycle of ratings upgrades for El Salvador too. Back when everyone was laughing at Bukele, and Max is the prophet. He saw it well in advance. And checking out some of the live charts, we'll go over on TradingView. This is live and in the flesh on the 1 hour. Let me switch up the scene so it's so fresh and so clean. As you can see here, again, live and in the flesh via TradingView via Coinbase. You can see the 1 hour chart. We did get a big sexy green candle. It looks a little earlier, but we got some followed by a red. We don't have any particular targets, so let's zoom out to the 4 hour chart. The 4 hour chart shows us we do have a blue target sitting above $81,300. That's looking lit. And yeah, let's go. I think this is in play here for October personally. Let's check out the 1 day chart. As we can see right here, 1 day chart shows us two very bearish big red candles and an itty bitty one, but we're forming a green one here for today for staging a little recovery. But we do have a target you need to be aware of sitting down at $47,000 on the daily chart. Let's check out the weekly. We still should have that sexy cup and handle pattern sitting all the way at $124,200, and that's the weekly. And we'll zoom out one more. Outlook here on the monthly. You can see we're in October, historically very bullish fourth quarter of roughly 88%. We'll see how it goes down. And even September, which is historically very bearish, closed in the green. We had roughly, I think it was a 7 or 8% gain on the month for the month of September. So there you go. And again, welcome anyone and everyone just joining the stream. Light up the chat if you don't mind. Let me know where you're tuning in from. And don't forget, this is a live and interactive show. You can teleport gold wherever there's teleportation that is real. Hey, Stargates. Hey, I'm at work yet again watching the best show on the tube. Thank you, Dean A. Noonan. Let's go. El Salvador representing. Shout out Luis Pena. I'm going to be in El Salvador in January. I'm looking forward to it, brother. So far, it's downtober. Yes, if you base it off the first day of the month, you're correct. Shout out, wow, Grant Noakes, $100 tip, next level G-ish for JV. Thanks for what you do and for helping us all. Thank you, brother. That's very kind. It's very rare to get $100 supers, so I greatly appreciate and respect you. Thank you, Grant. Honored to be here. It's my pleasure. I do this. It's all about service to others. It's all about spreading the orange pill to the masses, letting people know there is a better way. We save in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the most appreciating asset in human history. Let's not get it twisted. Let's not compare Bitcoin's price performance of only based on October 1st of 2024. Let's look at the inception since the Genesis block of January 3rd of 2009. How many hundreds of millions of percent is Bitcoin up? That's my question for you guys. People who bought in 2017 should have made gains great by now if they bought and hodled. That's right, from 7 years ago. 7 years ago, October 1st, I shared on my timeline from Facebook. I said, would you rather have 242 Bitcoin or $1 million? The majority of the people wrote, I'll take the $1 million cash. Well, that Bitcoin is worth roughly 15 million today, meaning Bitcoin has 15x. It went up 1,500% in the past 7 years. I got the receipts. That's just in the past 7 years. How many hundreds of millions percent did it go up in the past 15 years? That's my question for y'all. JV, I'm going in November. Nice, brother. I'll be there in January for the golf tournament with Max and Stacy. Shout out Eric Castro, Bakersfield, California, representing. Look at that. I'm making JV money, my favorite crypto YouTuber. You are there, Todd. I appreciate it. Thank Thank you. Hello, watching from Turks and Caicos. Shout out Javon. Kudos to Grant Noakes. We appreciate you, brother. JV, keep up the great work. I got this. Thank you, Preacher JV. Hey, JV, you're going to give some scripts. I'm always preaching the holy gospel of Satoshi. You know how we do. Uptober in full effect. Make way. Here in Australia, it's ironic we're at 60 G's still, Chandy. This song is going to live on forever.
Bitcoin, 60 G's, 60 G's. Buying opportunity for fifth level 60 G's. What do you think, JV? By the biddy. Who cares about a roaring kitty?
Boring kitty.
Me,
I'm for the bitty. I'm for the nippinator. I'm for Nipsey.
Not for the weirdo Kit Kat kitty.
You feel me? Muhammad always says this every day. Chandy is wifey. Black Diamond is ready. What's your ring size, babe? Is that a proposal, Muhammad? Long Beach in the house, representing my favorite too. Shout out Julie Key Largo. Appreciate your support. From October of 2010 low through today, Bitcoin up 614 million%. Take that. 614 million. That's with an M. Million%. Not too shabby, eh? But let's continue with the news. Next story, eh? All right, next headline. Well, we discussed not only the bull scenarios, but also the bearish. So, for example, I'm going to be sharing with you a $54,000 bottom could be in play, according to some of these analysts. Let's break it down. Bitcoin traders see 54,000 Bitcoin price or lower amid this Middle East tension with the ongoing war. Let's break it. Market nerves over events of the Middle East have more than made themselves felt in crypto. The latest data from TradingView shows the total crypto market cap dropping 7% over the past couple of days. You see the big red candles on the daily. Bitcoin expresses reaction to the turmoil in classic style, nearing 60 G's support before reversing. Still, some traders say the worst is yet to come. Quoting them here, volume going up and price going down usually signifies a strong downtrend. More confluence for my idea that we will revisit 55 to 57,000 area before a potential reversal. Regardless, we'll be looking for long setups along the way. Such levels have not been seen on Bitcoin in 2 weeks, but even lower targets are now in play. For popular trader Tony Guinea, is that a prejudiced term? I'm Italian. I take offense to that. There is reason to believe that Bitcoin will not only break 60,000, but 54,000. Quoting him here, I said Bitcoin will make the bull trap above 58 G's. Summarize, predicting a bearish month for October. Now, also reported previous expectations had overwhelmingly favored major gains this month, with October on average seeing 23% Bitcoin price upside. So if history is to rhyme, 20+% gains this month. We shall see. October. Continuing, others warn any additional geopolitical tension could add to the existing risk asset pressures. Telegram channel QCP Capital noted, crypto was hit much harder than oil and equities. We seem to have found some support at the 60,000 level, but further escalation could push up much lower, possibly to the 55,000 level, according to the forecast. Middle East geopolitics will steal the limelight for now, but the shallow sell-off suggests the market remains well bid for risk assets. This minor setback shouldn't distract from the bigger picture. And also, we have Mikhail Van de Poppe, who said that the Bitcoin price flush has reduced the order book liquidity. Quoting him here, I think we are fairly close to the low. Maybe have another sweep of the low at 60,000 and reverse from here. Markets went slightly deeper than I expected, but they are still going according to plan. So there you go, my man. Let me know if you agree, disagree with the analyst. Can you see 54,000 in play, or do you think the bottom is already in and we go up, and away from here? Holla, let me know. I've been in Bitcoin since 2017, so I'm making profits. I just almost hate to see everybody lose everything. I don't think this is going to be a good year. So you think Bitcoiners are going to lose everything this year? I don't understand the logic in that. Moonstone says, JV, I've learned so much from you and this fam. Life-changing things. I feel so blessed and lucky. Right back at you, Santa Barbara, representing my old stomping grounds. Diana says, and of course, huge kudos to JV, who is here for us every day. Thank you, Diana. Muhammad also keeps saying Bitcoin down to like 30,000 too. Then he should give me 5 before it goes down. I'll take the risk. Muhammad, and if I get a ring from someone ever, I want a blue diamond. Black diamond isn't my style. I'm sorry for being a difficult wifey. Well, there you have it. She wants the blue diamond. Dragon blue. so many bearish in October. And I get it, because if everyone's, I get the theory, because if everyone's anticipating bullish October and everyone says bullish, including Jim Cramer, then we're probably going to have a very bearish time, because whatever the, what's the term when everyone agrees, the consensus, that's the word I'm looking for. When the consensus is everyone agrees on something, that tends to change the reality sometimes. So we got to keep that in mind as well. Anything can happen. There's no guarantee. This is not investment advice. Anything can happen. There's risk with investing. Never invest what you can't afford to lose. And do note, everything I share in this stream is for entertainment purposes only. My job is to share the news and entertain you at the same time. And if I can do even half of that job, I've done my job. So let me know, family. Bye, 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 baby. Shout out King Cosmic, the 0.786 fib from November 2021 low through today, 52.7. Harmonic patterns tend to have strong significance, so I doubt Bitcoin will dip below that. And if it does, I'll be doubling down. A great time to stack them sats. I mean, if we dump lower and we can get 1,700 Satoshis per dollar, hey, happy days. We're only going up, Laura. And let's see what Michael Saylor has to say about that.
There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? The point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura.
And again, anyone who reposts the stream with a quote or a comment is going to get shouted out, reposted back, and I will follow you. Statwise Jenks, my homie, sitting in the eye doctor chair waiting for her to come in, but nothing stops me from joining CNA Live, fam. Thank you, brother. Just reposted. Enjoy your doctor's visit there at the eye doctor. Hopefully you don't got to be waiting too long. Shout out Frank Carlson. Thank you, brother, for the repost. Put can't wait, JB. Always entertaining. Listen. Thank you, Margin Call. I'm going to keep you very entertained today. I promise. I'm going to prove to you that the U.S. government manipulates the weather and that we have been experiencing weather wars for a very long time. Yes, I'm going to actually share with you the proof later on the uncensored version of the pod. You can thank our Oracle for that one. Silver Spike, thank you for the repost. Just reposted your brother. Let me make sure I'm following Frank Carlson. Proof of work. See where it says follow back. I'm now following you, and that goes for anyone else as well. Anyone who reposts my content and supports me, I support you. That's just how we roll as a tribe. So thank you guys in advance. I do see we got 600 people live and in the flesh. And again, a massive shout out to Grant Noakes for the $100 super. That was very kind of you. I just meant if you are in a smallish town, Moonstone, yeah, you need to stay within reach of your own life unless you just want to be relocating far away. I hear you, though. That is too easy. Chandy the wifey. Muhammad got you. All right, family, let's keep it moving. Next story, let's discuss these Bitcoin ETFs. Check this out. First, I want to start with this one. Bitcoin ETFs cumulative inflows are now over $45 billion, the fastest growing ETFs in the history of ETFs, with BlackRock leading the charge. Let's break this down further. Institutional investors appear to have been spooked over rising tensions in the Middle East, with U.S. spot Bitcoin ETF funds clocking almost $243 million in outflows. Not a good day yesterday for the ETFs. The 11 U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs saw an aggregate outflow of $242 million on Tuesday, the first of the month. According to data from Farsight, this was the largest outflow in almost a month after September 3rd, seeing $288 million leaving the Bitcoin ETFs. Could it be the end of the world? It was also the third largest outflow day over the past 5 months, reversing an 8 consecutive trading day trend of inflows that topped out at almost 500 milli on September 27th. The Fidelity Wise Origin Bitcoin Fund saw the largest outflow, 144 million on October 1st, followed by ARK Bitcoin ETF, which lost 84 million. The Bitwise Bitcoin ETF had an outflow of 32 million, while VanEck lost 15.8 million, and Grayscale dropped 6 million. There was zero flows for Invesco, Valkyrie, Franklin, Wisdom Tree, and Grayscale. BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust was the only one to post positive flows. Go figure. Now go get your shine box, Larry. He's Employee of the Month, according to Max Kaiser. So long live Lawrence Fink. Recording 40 million for the day, marking its 15th consecutive day of non-outflow. They're just leading the pack like a madman. Like madmen. Spot Bitcoin prices plunged almost 4,000 in the wake of the Iran missile strike yesterday. The asset fell to a 2-week low of 60,300 before bouncing back to where we're currently at, above 61,000. Meanwhile, the 9 U.S. spot Bitcoin ETF, Ether ETFs also registered a day of outflows, Womp womp. An aggregate of 48 million exit in the products. Grayscale's Ethereum Trust continue to lead the bleed, shedding 26 million yesterday. The Fidelity Ethereum Trust lost 25 million, and with the pair making up the bulk of the losses. And as I read to you earlier, the Ether dominance is all the way down to 13.7%. My question for y'all, how low will the Ether dominance go for this cycle? Do you think we'll tap 12%? Do you think it'll bounce back? Holla at your boy. Having a heat wave here in Templeton. Oh no, stay cool, brother. Shout out Mr. Bone Daddy. What's the crack-a-lackin'? What's poppin'? Good fellas, you know what we do. Yeah. So for those that don't know the reference, go get your shine box. That was what the disrespectful, I think it was to Joe Pesci or whatever, and then Joe Pesci stabs him with a pen. Yeah, so Max Kaiser uses this reference a lot, and in an interview, he's like, now, Larry, go get your shine box, and it's hilarious. He's ultimately saying, which is true, by the way, Larry Fink works for Bitcoiners who front ran them. So if you got into Bitcoin before January 11th, Larry Fink works for you. If you got into Bitcoin prior to 2020 when MicroStrategy and Mikey Saylor came on board, they're your employee of the month. They work for you, and they're going to build Bitcoin to a multi-million-dollar asset on your behalf. Now go home and get your shine box, Larry. Grayscale is ETF public enemy number one. Just DCA, BTA, and tune out of the short-term negative noise. The media has buried Bitcoin probably 10 billion times since 2013. Pretty accurate there, Grant. Pretty freaking accurate, brother. Lame stream media, as I call it.
Cat, a kitty cat, I'm for stacking the sats. Stack the sats, ain't no thing, baby, it's
a chance to stack them stats, a chance to stack them bitties. Shout out Mexica Hodl, best Bitcoin only pod. Much respect, brother. Bitcoin Boet, we are only going up, Laura. Watch the best crypto show now. Respect, brother, just reposted you.
a chance to stack those sats, chance to stack those bitties. Baby, you never heard about me with another coin. Bitcoin.
I got my mind on my Bitcoin, and my Bitcoin on my mind. 60 G's. Grant Noakes just DCA the biddy and tune out. Short-term negativity noise. Well said, brother. You're the man, Grant. Too bad YouTube takes 40%. I think it's 30%, but it's all good in the hood. It also helps with the algorithm when you're getting tips because you're making YouTube money. And the more money you're making YouTube, the more love the algorithm shows. Go figure. So it does help out. So thank you guys. DCA is the exact strat that MSTR uses. Sick fit, JV. Thank you. I think it's my first fitted hat since like a teenager. I got this one from Sergio. You can find them at bitcoincaps.net. Shout out Sergio. I like my Bukele-nomics fitted. And if you got a small head like me, you get the small medium. If you got a big head, like Sergio says, Max and Bukele have big heads because they get their hats from him as well. They wear a large. So if you have a small head, go with the small medium. You should be good. I recommend this one. It actually fits really good. That's why I wear it wear it pretty often. Still sailing 101 a year ago and been a couple of friends ever since. Still learning, but feeling more and more comfortable. Nice, Moonstone. But anyways, let's continue with the news. Our next story, let's discuss what's happening in the continent of Africa, shall we? Stablecoins now 43% of the sub-Saharan African crypto TX volume, according to Chainalysis. That's right. Stablecoin transactions now comprise nearly half of the total transaction volume of the sub-Saharan Africa, largely due to the currency devaluation, hyperinflation, no joke. Stablecoins account for 43% of the sub-Saharan African region's total transaction volume, according to Chainalysis' report published today, October 2nd, quoting them here. We have reportedly noted an association between currency devaluation and stablecoin adoption. He added that the key to understanding this association is the direction of the casual arrow, which points from deteriorating purchasing power and local fiat terms to USD stablecoin adoption. Quoting them here, what this means is that it is reasonable to assume that stablecoin adoption will grow rapidly wherever local currencies lose their value, whenever. But that stablecoin use can also grow fast outside of these circumstances. And it shows you some of the countries with the total stablecoins received by country from July of 2023 to June of this year. Nigeria, 21.8 billion. South Africa, 13.5 billion. Ghana, almost 4 billion. Kenya, 3.3 billion. Zambia, 2.2 billion. Ethiopia, 2 billion. Uganda, 0.7 billion. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, any African fam here, but is the Dogon tribe from Ethiopia? And could the tool reference or weapon referenced in the Bible called the Ark of the Covenant, is that hidden by the Dogon tribe in Ethiopia? I've heard rumors of that. I obviously wouldn't know if it's true, but I'm curious if anyone has any insights. Let me know. The blockchain research firm also reported Nigeria has maintained its position as a top global player for the crypto adoption. The findings revealed Nigeria received approximately 59 billion in crypto transaction volume between July of 2023 and June of 2024. Additionally, about 85% of the value of transfers received in Nigeria are up 1 million, indicating a dominance of smaller retail and professional-sized transactions, according to what it revealed. Nigeria also ranked as the country with the most total stablecoins received, which has seen significant devaluation in the naira. Let me know if I'm pronouncing that currency right there. The banks don't have dollars. The government doesn't have dollars. And even if they did, they wouldn't give them to you, said co-founder and CEO of the African crypto exchange Yellow Card, Chris Maurice. Shout out, Chris. They also said as the naira depreciates, we can see a rise in stablecoin inflows for transactions under a milli, with more pronounced activity during periods of significant currency devaluation. A similar situation is unfolding in Ethiopia, which is ranked the 26th in terms of crypto adoption. Ethiopia is currently Africa's fastest growing market for retail size stables or stable transfers, with 180% year-over-year growth. In July, the Ethiopian Birr, ETB, lost 30% of its value, and the government eased currency restrictions in an attempt to secure International Monetary Fund support from the IMF. Maurice added the stablecoins are a proxy for the dollar. If you can get into USDT or USDC, you can easily swap that into hard dollars elsewhere, which has made stablecoins indispensable for companies involved in international trade. Meanwhile, Rob Downs of financial services ABSA Group noted a similar trend amongst institutional clients in South Africa, stating the stablecoins were the game changer. Quoting him here, our institutional clients are particularly interested in using stablecoins as a tool for managing liquidity and reducing exposure to currency volatility. Good point. If their local currency is being hyperinflated, by 30% or anything significant, you can put it in a stablecoin and at least be pegged to the dollar. However, the superior play, in my opinion, just put it in Bitcoin and treat Bitcoin as a savings. Bitcoin will actually go up. It's not a stable coin. Stable coin, you're just guaranteed for it to be the same as the dollar, ultimately. You know what I mean? Additionally, stable coins have displaced Bitcoin as the most popular currency received in South Africa in the recent months. Very interesting. Chainalysis concluded that Africa's real-world crypto use cases carry valuable lessons for the global market, before adding that the continent is well positioned to emerge as a global crypto leader. I agree with that sentiment, and I think it will continue to do so because the people need crypto because they can't trust their own government's currency, and that's a damn tragedy. Sorry, I see it's Moonstone. I just had my eyes dilated. Stat-wise, getting the eyes done. All good. I'm Zimbabwe, living in Australia. Right on, Alan. Thank you for sharing. Let me know any insights with the Dogon tribe and the Ark of the Covenant. That's because you haven't started one yet, eh? Rock COD, Yo JD is JV. You got one of the letters right. Just remember V because we connected at the bottom like the letter V, quoting the late great Nipsey Hussle.
60 G's, 60 G's,
a buying opportunity.
Bitcoin.
And thank you guys for anyone again who commented or posted the stream. You can notice we got 16 hearts and 16 reposts. That's a 100% like to share ratio, which is godly. So I greatly appreciate y'all's support. You guys are the bomb diggity.
But I don't sweat it because it's just pathetic to let it get me involved in that sell on the dip crowd, sell on the dip crowd, dip sell, dope sell, nope sell.
Bitcoin is a stable coin. It stably gives you nearly 100% increase year on year on average. Well said, I are the beholder. As a South African, I'm waiting for the currency to be devalued. I can feel it's coming. Right on. Shout out South Africa. V for the Bitcoin victory. Amen. My dad was a sports fisherman, and I ate a lot of rock cod and salmon as a kid. Nice.
No, Bitcoin sell.
We got 800 people on the stream. Keep sharing. Spread the word. Let them know we live. We got a few more stories to go through, and we'll get to our feature story discussing $90,000 in play over the next 60 days. And we're going to then switch to the uncensored version of the pod. I'm going to prove to you that the government has the power to control weather. I'm going to prove it to you. Moonstone, when rock cod is fresh, it is yummy, says Bone Daddy. But anyways, let's continue with the news. We discussed the African stablecoin. Now let's discuss potential Bitcoin breakout as per crypto analyst Rec Capital. Crypto analyst says Bitcoin due for a breakout after successful macro price retest. Here's his outlook. We're talking about Rect. That's right. And his newsletter says Bitcoin's looking bullish on the weekly time frame. And in fact, we have that $124,000 target there. And could soon make a run to 67 Gs to kick off October. Quoting him here. Bitcoin recently formed a new higher high and performed the weekly close above the late August resistance to 64.3, which you can see in the green, which now means the biddy will try to reclaim this old resistance, new support. There may be downside volatility on this retrace, but if Bitcoin is able to weekly close above the green level, then the price will likely re-challenge the downtrending channel top, which you can see in the black by early October. As you can see here on the chart. So he's basically sharing with his 500,000 followers. The Bitcoin is also looking bullish for confirming a successful retest of the 58.7 level on the quarterly or 3-month time frame. So that could be in play. We're not far from that target right now, roughly $3,000 out. So have that on your radar. The analyst also says Bitcoin has had its best September performance in its history, suggesting market strength moving forward. Quoting him here. Don't let a 5% dip distract you from the fact that Bitcoin has experienced its best September of all time by producing a 7% monthly return, where historically it's a September. We finally had a September. We get to rename it. Beautiful. The analyst says the Bitcoin may be on the verge of a parabolic breakout. Send it. This cycle, if it follows a similar time window to the 2020 halving, when minor rewards were cut in half, choppity-doo. It's 163 days after the halving as of September 30th, which is exactly the amount of days after the halving that Bitcoin broke out from its reaccumulation range in 2020, meaning it's time. We're here, brother. Time to go. It's liftoff. Are you ready? Infinity and beyond. What was his name from the Toy Story? Is it Buzz Lightyear? That's where we're heading, where no man has gone before. My question for the fam, are you guys ready? Let me know, yo, before we dive into our feature story of the day. Let's motherfucking go. Bone Daddy says, sorry, JV, I kind of hijacked the chat. It's all good in the hood. We appreciate the more comments, the better. They've been doing it to Dubai for years. You're talking about the seeds, what is it called? Seeding the weather. Actually, I know 3 people in Arkansas with Bitcoin. I'm going to show you a theory that it was purposely engineered to destroy North Carolina with floods, and the reason on why they want to destroy and get people out of North Carolina. I think this is going to shock a lot of people. I'll play it later. We can't do it during the censored version of the pod. Big Brother's watching. Green is good. Shout out Danny P. What's poppin', brother? Actually, yeah, a meetup app. Well, so far in Arkansas, I know 2 people live in the same address, and I'm one. If I can find one more, it's a group. Right on. And again, welcome everyone. We're streaming live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. 850 people here on the live stream. We started at 1 o'clock. We're about to dive into the feature story, and then I'm going to stick around longer for the uncensored version of the pod, and I'm going to try to blow your mind. Satwise says, we had 11 people attend Saturday at Scranton, PA. Nice. Not bad for a first event. Congrats. I used the Orange Pill app to set it up. Sweet. Is that an app that Max created and a Facebook page to promote it publicly? Sweet. Can you post the link? Share it with the fam. I was just stationed out there for almost 3 years and loved it, says Greg. Nice. Noise, baby. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. What's good? There he is. There we are. We got the Oracle and Dankness back to back to back. Hard to comment, but I am here. Miss you guys. We miss you too, Oracle. Hope everything is working out for you. That video you shared with me earlier, I'm going to be playing it on the uncensored version of the pod on the Rumble regarding weather wars and how they use the weather to fulfill agendas, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like the fires in Hawaii. Very little coincidences in this world, family. That's what I've discovered my 41 years on this earth. There are very few coincidences on this planet. The Oracle, good day. Save your comments. I can read the tea leaves. I'm not sure about that. Meetup app has been around for a long time. Oh, right on. It's called the Meetup app. Love you, Oracle. The one and only. Dankness. Keeping it dank. I'm going to check the X feed one more time. Then we're going to continue with the feature story. Again, proof of work here. Shout out Robert Valella, ADGs by the end of the month. That's what I'm saying, bro. And just reposted you. Thank you. Shout out Bitcoin and Coffee. Good to see you here in Puerto Rico. I know you're on a cruise ship. Enjoy your time here at Old San Juan. And again, welcome anyone just joining the stream. We got over 800, close to 900 people here already. About to dive into the feature story. We're going to be discussing 90Gs in the next 60 days, and then we'll do the Q&A and uncensored version of the pod. Whenever you mention weather manipulation, YouTube cuts off your stream with an ad. Not surprised, Muhammad. Not surprised. But anyways, welcome everyone, and now let's dive into our feature story of the day. Bitcoin to $90,000 within the next 60 days if it mirrors this particular trend. So let's break this baby down, as you can see here in the headline. Bitcoin is back to the red during the time of this live stream, unfortunately. Looking at the performance in the daily chart after the close of the unexpectedly bullish September bar. That's right. Historically, it's a September, and we're usually negative. And for the first time, we have finally closed out September as a September, 8% in the green. Not too shabby. But will Bitcoin follow the global M2 money supply growth to $90,000? That's the question at hand. Let's break her down. Despite the contraction, traders are confident of what lies ahead, expecting the coin to turn the corner and print higher. Let me know if you agree with that. In a post, this analyst predicts Bitcoin will reach $90,000 within the next couple of months, especially if it continues tracking the global M2 money supply trend. Now, in the analyst findings, the global M2 money supply directly correlates with the Bitcoin price. That means whenever there is an uptick in the global money supply, Bitcoin prices also edge higher. I mean, here's a great illustration right here. Bitcoin in the orange, global M2 money supply in the white. Will Bitcoin continue to follow it all the way to 90 Gs? That's my question. Let me know in the comments. Currently, the global liquidity is rising. That's clear. Therefore, if the past correlation leads, there is a high possibility that the coin will not only break above March highs, but also soar to 90,000. As we know, the current all-time highs of price discovery mode is sitting at 73.8, which we achieved mid-March. And if we can continue this trend, 90,000 is looking pretty. Let me know if you agree. Presently, the local resistance zone lies at the September 2024 highs at around 65 and 66,000. But if the bulls flow back, lifting sentiment in the prices, Bitcoin may soar higher and higher and higher. In the short term, strong resistance exists between 70 and 72 Gs. A breakout above this level can spark a short squeeze that may see the world's most valuable coin break above the March highs. I'm projecting Bitcoin price discovery this month of October. Do you agree or disagree? Holla. Now, while technical considerations may support the Bitcoin bulls, analysts closely monitor the global M2 money supply. In a post, one observer explained the global liquidity is rising partly because of the weakening US dollar. As expected, whenever the Japanese, Chinese, or even the European Union's money supply increases in US dollar terms, the greenback's value tends to decline, leading to a valuation change of the global M2 money supply. And here you're looking at the United States compared to the United Kingdom, Japan, European Union, China, and global M2. The uptick in global liquidity in recent weeks, the analyst says, is primarily due to the monetary policy changes in China. And yes, I'm pronouncing it that way purposefully. I don't know why. Sometimes I entertain myself, and I lived in China, so I can say it. The People's Bank of China slashed interest rates and plans to inject billions to stimulate the economy. Its M2 money supply is larger than that of the United States in USD terms. Subsequently, it is the primary driver of the global M2 money supply expansion. So with the U.S. Federal Reserve easing after suppressing the growth of its M2 money supply from 2022 to curb runaway inflation, Bitcoin and risk-on assets will likely benefit. Money printer go, brrr, Bitcoin go, where no man has gone before. It's going up forever, Laura. After slashing rates by 50 basis points in September, Jay Powell, Fed chair, has hinted the central bank might cut rates even more in Q4 of 2024, which would even be that much more bullish, because basically the cheaper interest rates get, the more investors can afford to borrow money. at an affordable rate to buy more of the Bitcoin or the risk-on assets. So you already know. But let me know your thoughts, family. I'm going to read some of these comments out loud and welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the live stream. Just a Human, what are some of the things that Satoshi could do that would benefit honest participants in society and de-incentivize predatory participants? So far, I have logically managed indoor hydroponic farms. I'm all for it. Long live the hydroponic farms. Tampon Tim and Canola Harris 2024, a triumph forever, and JD Power. Simple answer there from me there, Muhammad. Greg, you have a handsome Nigerian prince. I'm looking forward to the Rumble weather video. I am surrounded by non-believers, but I believe it is very rational to assume, especially since they even admit manipulating the weather. Exactly. Free electricity for residential buildings and mental health awareness. Dubai for one. One for all, one for one, one for two, two for one. Precisely. But anyways, we're going to get right into it. I ain't got no time to waste. If you're on the YouTube, we're about to end the YouTube stream and continue with the uncensored extended version of the pod. I'm going to prove to you that the U.S. government has the power to manipulate weathers, and they have been using weather wars to achieve whatever their agendas are for a very long time. They have the power to create the earthquakes, control the earthquakes. They have the power to create the hurricanes, control the hurricanes. They have the power to control the weather and do anything they want. It's almost like, I won't even say it because we're so censored right now, but that's why we're about to end the YouTube. YouTube deuces, head on over to the Rumble. It's rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. Again, rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. Adios, amigos. Peace. All right, YouTube stream should be ending any moment. I'll wrap up comments.